What is going on, people? So, the year has officially come to a close, which means it's time to do a recap. So, let's get into it. The too long didn't watch version of this video is the year was actually pretty solid, and way better than the dumpster fire that came before it. So, first things first, the year started off actually relatively interesting. We once again got a big scare that TikTok was going to get banned, but much like last time, it didn't. Well, it did, but it was only for like a couple hours or so, but thanks to a certain politician that we will not speak of, apparently it's back because there's some secret buyer, allegedly. Deep down, I did kind of know that it wouldn't get banned for long, but even then, it was still kind of a pretty scary thing to witness. But thankfully, now it's back, and for the better, because I've genuinely found, like, so many good people on that app, and I've even got to connect with some of them, which was pretty heartwarming. And I finally went back to school, which I will say, academically speaking, it was my best semester. Like, I passed all my classes. I got really good grades, like only one B, which I was really, really proud of. And I got to take part in way more things too. Like, I was in voice lessons. We put on a little recital, which was pretty fun. And we also did some other stuff with the choir, which was pretty cool. Then fast forward a little bit in time to April, we put on the spring musical, which was Once, which is about this musician who meets this girl. She's also a musician. They fall in love, but not really. It's a pretty interesting movie and musical that was later made into, and that was a lot of fun. I didn't get a big part in it, but I still appeared, and I still had some speaking lines, which I really enjoyed. Then we had our choir concert later in May, which was a lot of fun. We performed the Schubert Mass, which was in a completely different language, which was a lot of fun because I really like to perform stuff in different languages because a lot of these English pieces, well, yeah, they're fun, but we have a lot of fun with these vowels and diction in these foreign language songs, which I really enjoyed. Then right before we had to leave for the summer, well, I had to stay back for a week after classes ended because we had to perform at graduation, which was pretty fun. We did some fun stuff in between with rehearsals, and I really enjoyed it. I feel like two things that the choir does are very special, and those two things are the Christmas show and graduation, which is pretty scary because after this year, it's going to be over for me. Well, after 2026, and I leave in 27, and I have to figure out what I want to do next, which is pretty insane. Like, college really flew by quicker than high school, but it's not something I'm really trying to think about at the moment, anyway. Now we get into some not so fun stuff. So, for those who have been following for a while, you already know that I've had a dog for some time. She was a French bulldog, and she was a really good companion. And unfortunately, we got word not long ago that she was not in very good condition, and she had one final chance to see if we could get her to back in good health last year, and this year was the final one, and she was going around in circles and not acting like her normal self. So later in June, we unfortunately had to take her to be put to sleep, which really upset me, and because she was more than just a pet. She was a friend, and I think almost everyone who has a pet can relate to that. Like, you see it as a pet the first few weeks or so, and then as time goes by, you start to see it as more of like a second best friend, if you will. But yeah, that happened, and I also had to have some teeth removed, so if I sound kind of different, that's because I'm missing a top tooth and some in the back too, which are healing very fast, actually. And so I'm just forever grateful for that, and I'm just really trying to better myself so more of them don't have to get removed. And that is why you can't survive on soda, kids. But moving away from that, this was also the year that I decided I'm going to go out and I'm going to get my driver's license so I can get my own car and go places that I want to. And yes, I was 19 and I did not have my license. Don't make fun of me. So a week after I had my teeth removed and my dog put to sleep, I go to the DMV and I take my driver's test, and I pass because I'm cool like that. I am now the proud owner of a 2004 Honda Accord. It's not the prettiest piece of junk, but it gets me from point A to point B, and that's really all I care about. And yeah, there's a driver's seat. There's some trash. Ignore that. It's gonna get cleaned out at some point. But yeah. I also have a lot of pony stickers on it, which are pretty cool, and I don't want to show you my license plate, but this is a snippet of it. Got a Green Day license plate frame, which is really, really awesome. So by the off chance that you ever see me around, this is my mobile. Then fast forward to August was when I got to go to the Linkin Park concert for the From Zero tour and got a lot of pretty cool gear from it, which you see right here. Got a jersey, got a jacket, and some gummy candies that I probably won't ever eat. If I do, I'll just have to find some online, which I wish they would sell those on their website, because I really want to try them. But then I got a poster that I don't want to unwrap, but it's all the band members, and it says From Zero from 2025. Then we got a cool little bag with the Linkin Park logo on it, which is really, really awesome. And the concert was really, really good too. Like, Mike Shinoda and Emily Armstrong really put on a solid show. And I know there are a lot of people who are like, oh my gosh, how dare Linkin Park get a new band member? Like, it should have just died with Chester. If they really wanted to continue the band, they should have just changed the name, which, if you're one of those people and you're watching this, just stop paying attention to the band. Just go listen to the first 7 albums that they did with Chester. Obviously, he's always going to be the best. Nobody's taking that away from you, but yeah. I mean, come on, it's like getting mad because there's a new pope in the Vatican now. But I really think they made the right choice by choosing someone that doesn't sound like Chester. And Emily's actually really, really solid as a vocalist. And I haven't heard too much of her band Dead Sarah. I've heard some of it, and it's pretty okay. It's definitely not my style of music, but I definitely see why Mike wanted her. But yeah, that concert was definitely a major highlight. There are a few songs that I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't play, but aside from that, it was a really good show, just like the Green Day show. And then after that, I go back to school and I take a lot of classes that I really have been wanting to take, and it was pretty good. I passed all of them, just like before. Then in November, we put on a little play called A Doll's House. It was written by Henrik Ibsen, and forgive me if I said that wrong, but basically it's about this woman who commits financial fraud in order to go on a vacation with her husband, and he doesn't know about it, so she's trying to keep it from him, and it's a pretty interesting story, all things considered. And then I don't have a video of this, but I wish I did, but basically the ending was this lift that goes down to the basement to get stuff for theater productions. The lift actually goes down with the characters and the Christmas tree and all that, as this lady is there all alone in this house, which was really, really fun. I think it honestly really fit well with the story that it's going for. And the beauty of the play was it was so old it's in the public domain, so we could do whatever we wanted with it, which was really, really a lot of fun. Then fast forward to this month, the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie came out, which was a really, really solid film. Actually, way better than the first one. Leagues better than the first one. Hey guys, Editor Me here, and I just want to let you all know that I did a parody of the movie recently, which is on my other channel, which, if you haven't seen already, go watch it. I'll leave a link to it in the description. And yeah. The only downside to it was there weren't enough of the Wither animatronics, which are some of the best looking animatronics, if we're talking like design-wise. But I still enjoyed it for what it was, and of course there's gonna be critics who are like, yeah, this is the worst thing ever, like, it should have never been made, it gives horror movies a bad name. But to that I say, like, if you're not a fan of the games, then this isn't for you. And then, finally, I took my final exams and I passed every single one of them, which I am forever grateful for, and I look forward to the upcoming semester. And then I came home and I got to spend Christmas with my family, and it's going to be a Christmas overload these next few days because we're still not finished, as we're going to my other grandmother's for Christmas soon. Then another thing I wanted to highlight is I finally got my first signed item from Machine Gun Kelly. It is a CD of his most recent album, Lost Americana, which is a really, really solid album, all things considered. And I highly recommend checking it out if you haven't already. And I also managed to score tickets to see him on tour for this album next year, which I'm really looking forward to, and I can't wait to show all of you guys. And I also got to hang out with some friends a lot more often this year, which I'm very happy because now I have my car and I can go see them whenever they're available. But yeah, one final note before I end this year. It was a really solid year, way better than the dumpster fire that was 2024, which you already know about that. I'm not going to go back over it, but yeah. And I'm just really looking forward to 2026. Aside from a few minor things, it really wasn't that bad of a year, all things considered. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, smash that sub button if you haven't already, and leave a comment. Let me know how your year was, and if it wasn't that great for you, then just know that there's always someone that appreciates you, and that someone is me. But with that out of the way, you can expect to see a lot of great stuff next year, not only on this channel, but I'm hoping to get my other channels up and running too, so yeah, look forward to that. But anyways, I gotta get going. I still have way too much stuff to do in such little time, so yeah, that being said, hope all of you have a blessed new year, or Happy New Year if it's already that time for you, if you're in, like, say, Australia or the UK, and yeah, hope to see all of you next year.